back to the channel, man. We about to get into another reaction video. Mom demands son's birthday money to pay bills. That's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? This is a crazy title. You know what I'm saying? Not your kid's birthday money, gang. You know what I'm saying? Not your kid's birthday money. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's wild, you know. But it happens though. You know what I'm saying? It happens though. Guys, tough times. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's tough outside. Let's get into the video, man.
I do for you as a mother. Literally, I take care of you, I feed you, I cook, I do all that stuff. And all I did, I asked you for your birthday money so that I can pay the light bill.
So picture this with me. It's your birthday. You just turned a big 10. You're a big boy now. You go out, Chuck E. Cheese, friends there, showing up, partying, having a good time. Chuck is there, Cheese is there, you feel me? You're having a good time playing the arcade games, skee ball, Pac-Man, Smash Brothers. You might smash with the brothers later on, get the 304s out. Hey.
Ain't gonna lie, bro. I've never been to, no, I ain't gonna say that. I've been to Chuck E. Cheese one time, bro. Only once. I ain't really like it. Like, the pizza nasty. You know what I'm saying? I distinctively remember the pizza being horrible at Chuck E. Cheese. You know what I'm saying? I used to go to Jeepers a lot. Like, it's like this arcade jump. Used to be in Greenbelt. You feel me? If you're from the DMV, you know, everybody know about Jeepers, bruh. Everybody know about the snake. You know what I'm saying? Was it a snake or a dragon? I think it was a dragon. The roller coaster, little mini roller coaster inside the jump. They had all the arcade games. That had all like the fun little, you know, like the little teacup spinning jumps. They had those in there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why they got rid of Jeepers, bro. I feel like Jeepers is legendary. It's a staple. Jeepers is a staple, bro. I don't know why they got rid of that jump.
And then all of a sudden you get called over to the table. Cake, ice cream, pizza, most importantly, birthday gifts. You're opening up those birthday gifts. A lot of them are coming with cards and you are carefully reading all the cards as the money cascades onto the table. And everybody's cheering. All the people are excited, except for one person who was overly excited. It's mom. She's over there salivating and rubbing her hands, looking like a fat kid looking at a buffet. Now the party's over, you hop back into the car and you get the monologue of a lifetime.
I asked you for your birthday money so that I can pay the light bill. You don't want to give me the birthday money. So I am taking the PS5 back so I can get the money so the bill can be paid.
What? That don't make any sense. What? Oh, nah. That's your kid's birthday money. Like, why is you...
My birthday money that I got on my birthday to pay the light bill. And why you trying to take my PS5 away?
Well, you can't play the PS5 anyway if there ain't gonna be no damn lights in our house.
You shouldn't have been going out so much, you would have had the money.
So not only are you taking this child, who happens to be 13 in this situation, PlayStation 5 away, you know, the thing that's keeping him in the house, out of the trouble, out of the streets. Probably the only motivation for the little kid to do his damn homework, to be honest with you. Now it comes to find out that the only reason why you're doing such a thing is because you went out, you was shaking your ass. You was in the club, in the lounge with the bottles and your girlfriends, and you was trying to dress to impress, and now you can't afford to pay the lights at your house. So you're gonna pawn his PS5. What in the bad mothering is this? Tyler Perry couldn't write a script better than this. I know he's foaming at the mouth like, it should have been me.
Turner, first of all, I'm an adult. Stay out my business. When I come to you as a mother and I'm telling you there's some issue where I need help, you help.
Going out so
That's
much.
terrible.
I'm tired of you going out. You need to spend time with us and you need to spend money on your bills.
Leilani, I'm not even talking to you. So you stay in the child's place.
Now you said stay in the child's place, but you asking my brother to pay your bills. And just like Lay said, you need to start spending money on us and stop going spending money on yourself and your little boyfriend.
Boy.
So there's a couple things wrong with this.
Bro, that's weird, bro. That's weird. Low-key, I feel like this is a skit. You know what I'm saying? I don't think this is real. I feel like it's a skit. Like, I don't think this is real. You know what I'm saying? I don't think this is real. But even if this is a real situation, right? Because it could be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you never know. It could be a real situation. I feel like as a parent, like, you should never, like, take your kids' money. You know what I'm saying? Like, your kids' money is your kids' money. Like, they kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, he 13 years old, 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? He got a P5, PS5. He probably be in the house playing Fortnite. You know what I'm saying? He went to Chuck E. Cheese for his birthday. People show them hella love, you know what I'm saying? Giving them money, whoop whoop, you know what I'm saying? And you trying to pay the bill, you trying to pay the light bill with your kids' money, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of messed up, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that's messed up, you know? And it's not like you couldn't afford to pay the bill. Like, you decided to go out, you know what I'm saying? You decided to go to the club and turn up and spend money at the club instead of responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like all of that's like it's like a real situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is for sure a skit. Like, this is not real. You know what I'm saying? This is not real. This is a skit. 100%. Right? But there do be situations like that, you know, where parents be, you know, be doing stuff wrong to their kids. You know what I'm saying? Exposing them to certain things they're not supposed to be exposed to. You know, doing things to them they're not supposed to be doing. These things happen, bro. So I guess, like, you know, for the parents out there, you know, you got kids, bro. Let your kids be kids. You know what I'm saying? Let your kids be kids. You know, you adulting. You gotta adult. Be an adult. You know what I'm saying? Let your kids be kids. But this is crazy though.
This whole situation. One, I didn't know she had 2 kids and was being this reckless, to the point where both of them, who both sound to be 13 or younger, are fed the hell up with this. 2, you can't claim for your kids to be in their child's place, you know, this is adult business, etc., when you're asking them to do adult things. When I was younger, I had to grow up fairly fast because of tragic situations with my dad. And that caused my mom to have to introduce me to quote unquote adult things like finances at an earlier age like this. But never did she ever then say, you are in adult business. Now, she never asked me for money, but I can only imagine.
You say adult. I hate when people say adult. It's adult. It's adult, not adult. Adult is spelled with an E. You know what I'm saying? Spelled with an E. Adult. Adult is you. You know what I'm saying? Like, where do people get this adult word from? Adult. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
If she asked me for money, she definitely wouldn't try to then check me if I asked her about where the other finances were going. That just don't make no damn sense. And hell, it seems like they can see where the finances are going because for some reason, this woman is spending money on men. Now, I don't believe in gender roles. I don't believe in men should be X, Y, and Z, LMNOP, but what kind of nonsense is a grown-ass woman spending money on a grown-ass man? So not only are you...
Nah, that happens though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Women would spend money on men, bro. Like, that happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a homegirl that, you know, she is not afraid to spend bread on a dude. She is not afraid. You know what I'm saying? She will trick off on a dude, you know? I feel like that's just it's a lot of women like that. It's a lot of women like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not nothing that's out of the ordinary. You know, it happens, bro. This day and age with this economy, it happens, gang.
You're not taking care of the responsibilities at the house. Not only are you not budgeting and prioritizing properly, you are also
like
stressing your kids for dollars sometimes because you spending some money on some penis. He must got it on him. It must curve to the left. This may be some sort of skit. I hope that it is. But if it's not, why are you recording this as if the internet was going to validate you and tell you what you should do or shouldn't do with your kids?
It's a skit,
there
bro.
are comment after comment after comment on Twitter talking about how this woman should have her kids removed from the household. And I'm
Yeah, see, it's stuff like this, bro. It's stuff like this, bro. Like, this is definitely a skit. Like, I don't know. People take social media so serious today, bro. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, you cannot believe the internet, gang. You can't believe it. Like, I feel like people just believe what they see on the internet and run with it. You gotta know, like, what could be fake and what can't be fake, bruh. Me, I be thinking 90% of the stuff on the internet is fake. You know what I'm saying? Especially now with AI, everything's AI generated. Everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything. Like, I be thinking so much, bro. Like, I don't be believing nothing on the internet. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I have to see, like, hardcore evidence and proof for something to be real. You know what I'm saying? The one thing that I never think is fake is them what's the junk? The Midwest Files or something. The criminal shows. I never think that's fake. That's 100% real. The Midwest is going crazy right now, gang. The Minnesota, all of that, bro, going stupid right now, bro. They going dumb. You know what I'm saying? None of that is fake. All of that is real.
I'm in agreement. This would be a whole different situation if she was truly out in need, destitute, etc., etc. You know, they were being put out on the streets. I've seen situations where kids have had to work as young as like 13 years old, like this boy is in this situation, in order to provide for the household. Hell, when my grandfather was young, and I know this is a different time, he had to step out of school because his father got arrested for selling illegal alcohol during the Prohibition era. Like I said, a whole different time. And he had to help provide for the household. So it's not an uncommon practice for children to participate in what the household has going on. But this is an adult issue. You have the funds. This isn't an extreme case in which you don't have the funds.
It looked like it could be a skit, but you never know, because there are a lot of parents out here that will take their children's money and spend it on them, because she said she had a little extra money, but she went out and spent it on herself because she deserved a little me
And people
time.
making
Now,
think
raising
pieces
kids
on
is
this.
hard. Don't get me wrong. Hell, I have my little god kids on the weekend quite often, and they make me want to pull my hair out and send them back. I'm just kidding. If they mama is listening, please, they can move in. I'm being so serious. But raising kids is actually very hard. So I understand the concept of needing time for yourself, making sure that you have an outlet. And a lot of parents don't do that. However, with that being said, if it comes at the cost of the basic necessities, I'm not even talking about the extras in the household. If the boy got a pawn a PS5, that's a different conversation. But that's not because they don't have lights in the damn house. That doesn't make any sense to me. And if you have a habit or a need that's that strong, then you should probably look to get a second job. Go push some damn carts at Walmart in the afternoon, or bag up some groceries, or do something.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. When I worked at Shoppers, I used to hate doing that. Having to go get the carts. I used to hate doing the carts, bro. Carts be everywhere in the parking lot, bro. It's like people do not know how to put carts back in under the cart shed, bro. People put carts. It was a cart one time, way down the parking lot, bro. Way down the parking lot. And it didn't look like somebody like, you know, parked there and you know, the cart just like stayed there or whatever. It looked like the cart just moved, like the cart just traveled down the parking lot, bruh, all the way to the end of the jump, bruh. I hated that, bruh, because it was like, why couldn't you put the cart in the shed? Why would you leave the cart in the middle of the street? I hated that, bruh. That was one of the things I hated about working at Shoppers, bruh. Everything else was cool working at Shoppers. You know what I'm saying? I loved working at the Shoppers out of the meat department. You know what I'm saying? I was handling the chicken, the ham, the turkey. You know what I'm saying? Holiday season came around. You know what I'm saying? I was real cool with the deli department. I was cool with the baker department. Like, we was all like mad cool with each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was you know what I'm saying? It was camaraderie there, you know, but I hated the car situation, bro. Hated it.
That supplements the income so that you can have that little mommy time for yourself on the weekends.
This really doesn't surprise me, because I feel like there's a lot of families that pull stuff like this, and it's passed on from generation to generation to think that this is okay. That mother probably went through the same thing when she was a child, and she probably thought when she was a child that it was okay to give her mama her birthday money to pay bills. She probably was gaslighted to do so and think that some of these things that we deal with as children are not right, and it has to get broken, and that's one of them.
As I said earlier, the different generations used to have to do totally different things. It wasn't uncommon practice for a generation or two ago for the youth to get a job in order to support the household. Hell, that really still happens today, but it was definitely something that was publicized, normalized, etc., a couple years ago. It wasn't uncommon practice to get a light bill in a child's name or get the cable bill in a child's name. Those were things that used to happen without any sort of conversation. But all the kids then grew up and recognized that that was trauma, and they spoke about it. So now it only makes sense for the next generation going forward, or any next generations going forward, to not be down with that and say, Mom, we probably need to get our finances in line or other things in line to get things situated. And what's crazy is, I bet you this woman isn't thinking about pawning none of her jewelry, her bags, her shoes, or anything like that in order to get sit straight. But she got the nerve to ask about a PS5. Now, I don't know if it's because there's a financial crisis going on right now. Eggs are high as hell. I went to the grocery store the other day and tried to get one of those Yoplait single yogurt cups. Those things are 80 cents. Those things are damn near $1 right now. That's how it used to be at the gas station, let alone the grocery store. It's crazy. But I've seen teens get jobs, and then all of a sudden the parents feel as if they're obligated to the finances.
Let it all go. Let it all go.
Miss, with the utmost respect, please leave that little girl's paycheck alone. That bi-weekly $165 is not for groceries. And if they are, they should be for her personal groceries. That little girl just started out in life, and you walking behind her with a grocery cart. That is not a flex. She is 16. That paycheck is supposed to go to shoes, a new phone if she wants it, spending time with friends. It ain't supposed to be to feed the house of 7. Please let her get her Lululemon. Please let her get, her little hair products. Okay?
Now, me personally, I think that there should be some sort of balance.
I remember working at Target. I worked there for maybe like a week and a half, 2 weeks. I hated working at Target, bro. That was my first job at Target. It was seasonal too. I was at the cash register. I hated it, bro. The worst job I ever had. To this day, the worst job I ever had, bro. I only stayed there for maybe like a week and a half to 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? And I got out of there. Once I seen that I wasn't about to be on the schedule, I was on the schedule maybe like 2 days out of the week. Out of there, bro. Out of there. You know what I'm saying? And then I think after Target, I started working at GameStop. And that was like, I feel like that's like the best job I had. Like, I loved working at GameStop, bro. Whole time, let me tell y'all, bro. When I was working at GameStop, in the midst of me getting hired, that GameStop was under investigation, right? The manager and one of the senior game advisors staged a robbery. You know what I'm saying? They staged a robbery. Now, that GameStop, the GameStop, Checkers, Subway, I think that's it. Those 3 stores, they was like, right, like all of it's on like the strip or whatever. And those 3 stores used to get robbed all the time, bruh. All the time. I don't know why people's robbing Subway. I have no idea, bruh. But Checkers got robbed so many times, bruh. So many times. When I was in high school, it got robbed so many times. GameStop used to get robbed so many times, bruh. So many times. Subway got robbed so many times. I don't know why. People want sandwiches, bruh. I guess. I don't know. But when I started working at GameStop, the GameStop was under investigation because the people who staged a robbery, right? I didn't know this at the time. Like, I got told this afterwards. So when I'm working there, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, like I never really see my manager. You know what I'm saying? Like, she don't really be here. The other dude, he don't really be here either. It's usually just me and 2 other dudes. You know what I'm saying? 2 other dudes. So they training me or whatever. Months go by, they training me. And then out of nowhere, the regional manager, he comes into GameStop. And he's like, hey, y'all about to get a new manager. Y'all about to get a new manager. She's coming from New York. You know what I'm saying? She's great. She's great. She's great, right? So fast forward, you know what I'm saying? She comes in there. She instantly tells us what happened. You know what I'm saying? Instantly tells us what happened. They already knew. You know what I'm saying? They already knew, but they didn't tell me. I found out when she told me. Cause she came in with somebody else. This was like during like when GameStop first started to get the GameStop credit cards or whatever. So she came in, she told me what happened. So they staged the robbery. the people. This is when I think the PS4s dropped. Like the first, like, was it the PS4? I think it was the PS4s. The PS4s dropped, and it was the dang, was it the PS4s? I think it was. It was because Sunset Overdrive was on the jump. I remember it was like a white. Yeah, it was a PS4. It's like a white, the white jump. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? They ran in the jump, got hella game systems, video games, got money, all of that. How they found out that the robbery stage, I do not know. You know what I'm saying? But I guess they must have put 2 and 2 together, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it was, you know? It was just crazy. It was crazy. But working at a GameStop was cool, though. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. It was fun. I had an amazing time, bro. Amazing time working at GameStop. But, all right, yeah. We already know what this video is, bro. Like, we know it's a skit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when I post new content on the channel. Until next time, man. Deuces.